Hello, hi Asha. Hi. Okay, we will begin shortly, yeah? Yeah, hi Asha, you're first today. Night girl, hello. Oh, WL, hello. I remember you from last week. Yeah, hello, night girl. Okay, so let's wait for more people to join in first before we begin. Have you guys had your dinner yet? Ah, okay, WL, you only did a part of the worksheet. It's okay. Yeah, later, I'll give you a bit of time to try. Asha ate dinner already. Pei Xuan, night girl, not yet. Oh, okay. I mean, you can eat during the live. By the time the live end, it'll be 8 o'clock, so it's a little bit late. You might be hungry. Okay, so as you can see from the sticker on top, right, we will have live webinars every week. So I will be teaching the live webinars every Saturday. If you are keen to join, there's a free trial, okay, for your first lesson. Is there Kahoot today? No, next week, okay? For math, it's next week because we rotate between the subjects. Yeah, yesterday have already, right, for the tick for the Kahoot, right? Yeah, for Sec 2 math. WL, how you know? You watched yesterday's live also for Sec 2 math? Hello, Jin. Thanks for joining. Huh? Oh, WL, you got second in Kahoot yesterday for Sec 2 math? Then how old are you? If you got second in yesterday's Kahoot for secondary math, how old are you? I'm so curious. YS, you watched yesterday's live for secondary math also, right? Is it? Ah, okay. All right, shall we begin? So for today's live is meant for P5 math, okay? So if you are P5 next year, okay, this live will be suitable for you because we are going through P4 math end of year revision. Okay, so let's see the first question here. Which of the numbers, when rounded to the nearest tenth, becomes 82.3? Okay, so let me see your answers. If you have not attempted the questions, take some time to try it now. Okay, Jin, Night Girl. Yep, I've seen your answers. Okay, YS, good. User 745. Yep, that's correct. Hey, Xuan also, good. Yes, Asher. WL, yep, that's right. Okay, good. So your answers are correct. Shall we go through this? So, 10th place, let me underline the digit in the 10th place, but you need to look at the digits in the 100th place. Okay, so since this is digit 4, you are going to round down. So this becomes 82.2. So that's not what we want, right? Let's move on to the next one. Do the same thing, underline the digit in the 10th place, but you look at the digit in the 100th place. So since it's 4, you're going to round down again. So this becomes 82.3, which is actually the answer that you want. So this is option 2. But let's just look at option 3 and option 4 very quickly as well. So for option 3, because it is the digit 3, you're going to round down. That gives you 82.2. And then for the last option, is digit 5 this time. So anything 5 and above, you're going to round up, right? This becomes 82.4. Yes, Amanda, that's right. Okay, so I think all of you got the first question correct. First question is testing you on the concept of rounding. Okay, so then let's try question 2. Question 2 asks which of the following decimals is closest in value to 0.5? Okay, so now my question is, what does closest in value mean? Anybody knows? What does closest in value mean? How do you understand this keyword? Closest in value. Okay, so you guys are just sending me the answer, but what does it mean? Okay, Jin, you're not sure, is it? Okay, WL says nearest to 0.5. Yes, that's right. Closest to 0.5. Okay, yep. Okay. So actually, closest in value means that they want the number that has the smallest difference with 0.5. Okay, so let's calculate the difference for each of these decimal. So for 0.4, what is the difference with 0.5? We will use 0.5 minus 0.4. So the difference is actually 0.1. Yeah? So based on this, what is the second option difference? Let me know in the chat box. 0.6, what is its difference with 0.5? YS says it is still 0.1. Yeah, that's correct. So if you use 0.6 minus 0.5, the difference is still 0.1. About the next option. Option 3, what would the difference be? Let me see your answers in the chat box. Yes, beluga. Very, yes, very accurate, correct. WLYS, yep, correct. So I will use 0.5 minus 0.46. This gives me the difference of 0.04. Yes, Maximilian, correct also. Okay, then you got to check the last one also. The last option, option 4, what is the difference? Let me see your chat box. Okay. WLYS, correct. Anyone else? What's the difference? Night girl, are you sure? Asher, yes, correct. This one, you're going to use 0.55. minus 0.5. So the difference is 0.05. Yeah, Amanda, that's correct. Okay, so remember that we are supposed to find the smallest difference. So based on this, the smallest difference should be 0.04. So your answer is option 3. Yeah. Yeah, night girl is correct, 0.05. Okay, so what do you learn from this question? If the question asks you for closest in value, that means that you need to calculate the difference and then look for the smallest difference. Okay? Shall we move on? Next question. Okay, so I shift it up a bit. Question 3. Mrs. Tan bought 9 identical packets of milk. After she used 6 packets of milk to make some muffins, she had 3.42 liters of milk left. So how many liters of milk did she have at first? User 745, why you so random? You suddenly comment apatu. That is so random. Okay, yes, patient, I've seen your answer. Faiza, yep, correct. WL use ratio, okay. Answer is correct. YS, Asher, Amanda, yep, good job. Yep, Annie, that is correct. Jerry, also correct. Okay, so, right, so let's calculate this. She has 9 identical packets of milk at first, then she used 6 packets. So 9 minus 6, she has 3 packets left. So 3 packets will be equals to the 3.42 liters that she has left. Let me write that down first. So the question is asking you for at first, right? Remember that at first she has 9 packets. So for this question, do you actually need to know what 1 packet is? What do you guys think? Do you need to know 1 packet for this question? Yeah, YS says no. You don't actually need to know what 1 packet is, right? Because you can go from 3 packets to 9 packets directly by multiplying by 3. Okay, so that's the fastest way to solve this question. You are going to use 3.42 times 3. So that's how you got 10.26 liters, which is option 2. Yeah. So most of you did get the correct answer. Yes, Jojo, that's the correct answer. Let's move on to the next page. Okay, so here we have a diagram. Take a look at it. Similar balloons are tied on a pole and placed at an equal distance. Both ends of the pole are tied with balloons. The distance between every 2 balloons is 1.65 meters. What is the total distance between 9 balloons? Okay, so my question for you is, what concept do we use to solve this question? Okay, yes, WL, yes, perfect. That's the one that I'm looking for. Okay, Josephine, you say use multiplication. That's not wrong. Asher, yep, you send me the answer directly. Okay, so Jin says the gaps. Okay, Amanda says gaps and intervals. Yes, excellent. Okay, so the keyword I'm looking for is gaps for this question. Use the concept of gaps. Okay, so if you have 9 balloons, how many gaps would you have? Does 9 balloons mean that there's 9 gaps between them? How many gaps will you have if there are 9 balloons? Okay, so YS says 8 gaps, very good. That's correct. So always remember that the number of gaps is 1 less than the number of items. So if you got 9 balloons, there will only be 8 gaps. If you have, for example, 5 balloons, there will only be 4 gaps. So the gaps is always 1 less. Okay, so over here, this is our 1 gap. Our 1 gap is 1.65 meters. Yep. So let's try to find 8 gaps, okay? Not 9 gaps, it's 8 gaps. So in this case, all you need to do is times 8. So you will use 1.65 meters times 8 to get the answer. And this should be 13.2 meters. So this is option 3. Okay, so most of you did get it right. WL, you're tracking the likes for me, is it? Thank you. Everybody okay so far with the questions? Asher, how do you like? Oh, so I think if you're using your phone, you just tap on the screen, then it's a like or something. Oh, you're new to TikTok. Okay. I think double tapping the screen will help you like it. Yeah. Okay, next question, very simple. Take a look at the question. They give you a rectangle over here, ABCD. You just need to find angle X, which I have highlighted in green. Okay, so let me see your answers. Oh, Songhoon, you're not too good at angles, is it? It's okay, you can still try. Amanda, Zuhairo, okay. Zakria, yep, that's correct. Ima, correct. Okay, yep. WLYS. Okay, good. Wow, some of you still type in the explanation for me. Excellent. Mm-hmm. Yep. Jarek, that's correct. Okay, Asher. I give you some time, okay? You calculate. Don't worry, I wait for you. User 745. You are good at angles, is it? Yeah, that's great. Okay, so those of you who have sent in the answers is all correct. Good job. Lunar Voyager, yeah, correct. Asher, are you done calculating? Can I go through? I go through, okay? So for a rectangle, what's so special? A corner of a rectangle will be a right angle. So this will be 90 degrees. So you can see that these three angles add up to 90 degrees. To find angle X, all I need to do is use the 90 degree, then I minus away the other two angles. Okay, so let me minus 20 minus 50. So that will give you 20 degrees, which is option 2. Yep, okay, so Songhoon and Asher correct as well. Huh? Why the rectangle doesn't look like rectangle? Really, meh? It's a rectangle. Okay, cats for life don't understand, is it? Okay, so for a rectangle, you need to know that a corner of a rectangle is a right angle. So a right angle is 90 degrees. So you can see that this 90 degrees is made up of three separate angles, which is 20 degree, 50 degree, and angle X. Okay, so in order to find angle X, you just need to use 90 degree and then you minus away the other two angle to find the last angle, which is angle X. Okay, so cats for life, do you understand now? Okay, everybody, all good with this question? Shall we move on? Yeah. Okay, next one. We have a symmetry question here. Yeah, take a look at this diagram. It's a piece of paper that is folded into half. So they're asking you which symmetrical figure was cut out from this folded piece of paper. Okay, so take some time to look at it. Be careful. This question is a little bit tricky. Okay, so Jarek, you put a question mark. Is it you're not too sure of your answer? Ima, Maximilian, WL. Yep, that's right. Annie, you might need to take a closer look. Luna, Voyager, Amanda, YS. Yep. Faisal. Yep, correct. Okay. Asher is a bit confusing, is it? Okay, so Tosafin says just draw it out. Yes, I agree. Okay, so draw it out, right? I agree. Let's try drawing it out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try drawing it out for you here. It's not 100% accurate, okay, but you should be able to see the shape somewhat. Okay, so it's not very accurate, okay, but something like that. So based on this, can you see which option is similar to what you have drawn out? Okay, so this one should be number 1. Yeah. So it's a bit confusing, but it will help if you draw out the shape. Okay. Everybody all good with this question? WL and Patient, how come you all are tracking the likes for me? Maximilian, yes, correct. Just now it was correct. Asher, you need me to explain again? Oh, okay. Asher, you just need to look at the folded piece of paper here, right? Okay, then you try drawing out. Then I already draw out for you. So if you draw it out, you should see that it's actually the same as option 1. Can? Dylan, your daughter P2 can join or not? This is for P4. So if it's P2, it might be a bit hard for her to understand. Yeah. Okay. Yep, Asher, that's great. Next question, we have a fractions question. Please read it first. Okay, so let's read this. Joy has 3/4 meter of ribbon. She has half a meter more ribbon than Penny. How much ribbon do they have altogether? Okay, so my question for you is, how do you find Penny? The ribbon that Penny has, do you plus or minus in order to find Penny first? What do you guys think? Plus or minus? Okay, YSWL says minus. Jarek also says minus. Amanda also says minus. Ima says plus. Maximilian says minus. Okay, user 745 says minus. Right. Okay, so most of you are correct. Now, Joy is the one who has half a meter more. Okay, so if Joy has more, Penny would have less. So if you want to find Penny, Penny has less, right? Less means you got to minus. So you are going to use 3/4 meter minus half a meter in order to find Penny. Now, what must you do before you minus these two fractions? You need to do something first, right? What are you supposed to do before you can minus this? Okay, so Annie says times 2. Oh, okay. That's not wrong. Annie, I think you're trying to say you want to make the denominator the same, right? Okay, so Annie says times 2. Yes, I'm going to do that. So basically, you make the denominator the same, okay? Yes, Jarek and YS, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So once your denominator is the same, then you minus, you get 1/4 meter, that's for penny. Okay, but that's not the final answer yet. The question is asking for the total. So now I'm going to add both of them together. You take what Joy has, then you add to what Penny has. So 3/4 plus 1/4 gives you exactly 4/4. 4/4 is actually just one whole, right? So one whole is, what's the answer? Option 2. Yeah. Yes, WL, that's correct. Ima, that's correct. So it's exactly one whole meter. Yep. Any correct? Everyone okay? Yes, Amanda YS, that's correct. Okay, so let's move on to section B. So we finished our MCQ already, huh? Let's look at section B. Okay, read the question first. Mike spent 1/5 of his money on a wallet and he gave $90 to his mother. He had $104 left. So how much did he spend on the wallet? Give you some time, calculate this. So a model is optional for this question, but I will just draw it for you so that you can understand a bit better. Okay. Those who are not done calculating, please calculate now. It feels very funny saying this, but okay, poop, you are correct. Why is your username so funny? Jarek, are you sure it's 20 cents? Yeah, Asher, can calculate. Yeah, WL, okay, correct. Lunar Voyager, Harmony, right? Is there a typo in your answer? Okay, Annie, yes, Annie, your first step is correct. Okay, Ima, when it comes to money, right, can you leave it as 0.5? Yes, Asher, that's correct. Jarek, correct. Yes, Ima, you gotta leave it as a 2 decimal place, right? Okay, so let's go through this. I drew 5 units here because the denominator is 5. So that means that he has 5 units in total. So out of these 5 units, he spent 1 unit on the wallet. Let's label that. So from the model, you can see that he actually has 4 units left, right? What did he do with these 4 units? Firstly, he gave $90 to his mother. Then he also has $104 left. So these 4 units represents the $90 and the $104. So based on that, you can do some calculation. 4 units will be equals to $194. So next, of course, you want to find 1 unit. All you need to do is 194 divided by 4. Okay, so yes, Afrin, that's correct. This will give you 48.5. Now the question is asking you for the wallet. So if you look at the model, the wallet is exactly 1 unit. So 1 unit is your answer. Take note, for your final answer, you got to leave it as 2 decimal place. Because for money, it must be 2 decimal place. So you cannot write it as 48.5. Okay? You got to write it as 48.50 to represent the 50 cents. Yes, Pei Xuan, why you send the laughing face? Huh? WL? Why do you want to put so many zero eh? No need. Why you need to put so many zero? Because why not? Don't put so many zero, just one zero, okay? Yes, okay, Ima, yes, I'm moving on to the next question. Okay, so this question is about donuts. Donuts are sold in boxes of 6, 3, and 2. Jake bought exactly 125 donuts. What was the least number of boxes of each type of donuts that he bought? Okay, so what does this mean? Least number of boxes. So if he wants to buy the least number of boxes, which type of donut should he try to buy? Should he try to buy the box of 6, the box of 3, or the box of 2? If he wants the least number of boxes. Which one should he try to buy more of? Okay, so Ima says you gotta try to buy more of the box of 6. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so let's write this down. He needs to buy more boxes of 6 in order to get the least number of boxes. Okay, so I'm going to use the 125 donuts, then I divide by 6. You can use long division for this. You will get a quotient and a remainder. So what's the quotient, what's the remainder when you divide this? Let's see your answers in the chat box. Okay, WL, yeah, correct, good. Okay, so you will get 20 remainder 5. Yes, Maximilian, that's correct. That's your quotient, right? 20. Asher, correct. Okay, so what does 20 represent? Because you divide by 6, right? So 20 represents the boxes of 6. Then remainder 5 means that he still needs to buy 5 donuts. So in that case, he has to buy the box of 3 and the box of 2. So here, he's going to buy one box of 3 and also one box of 2. Okay, because 3 plus 2 just nice will give him the 5 remaining donuts that he needs. So your final answer here is he's going to buy 20 boxes of 6 and then one box of 3, one box of 2. Yeah, so in total, he needs to buy 22 boxes lah, at least. So yes, WL, you're correct. Everybody okay so far? Quite simple. Yes, Amanda, that's right. Okay, so we are at the halfway mark. Now it's 7:31. Let's take a quick 3 to 4 minutes break. Okay, so usually for our live, we will have a 5 minutes break in between for those who need to use the toilet. Yeah, so if you need to use the washroom, please faster go. And sure, how many questions left? I mean, we're about halfway done. Mm. WL, the likes tracker is broken. Why? Are you sure? Why is it broken? I see that it's increasing. Annie, you're eating your dinner, is it? What are you eating? What are you having for dinner? I'm having dinner after the live. So I will eat at 8 o'clock. Faisal, you're spamming likes. Oh, thank you. WL, you like so many times but haven't reached next 100. Oh, maybe it's just lagging. Yeah. Oh, okay, Annie, you're having chicken with rice. That's nice. Ima, you're back from your washroom break, is it? Okay, so since it is break time, I will just show you the sticker. Okay, for those of you who are interested in joining our weekly live, register for the free trial. Okay, so your first lesson will be absolutely free. So for this one, we have P5 and P6. And I will be teaching the P5 and the P6 one every Saturday. Yep. Actually, you're eating, is it? Yeah, it's okay. You can eat and watch at the same time. No, today no Kahoot. Next week. Next week got Kahoot. You guys are waiting for Kahoot, is it? Next week, okay? Next Friday, we will have Kahoot. Kids Chong, 125 is a lot of donuts. Yes, you are right. He probably didn't buy it all for himself. Maybe he has a party to go to or what? Okay, Jarek, next week we will be doing P6, right? So today we're doing for P5. So next week we're doing P6. We will rotate. P5, P6, P5, P6, like that. Yes, Ima. Yes, we can start. Why today no Kahoot, patient? Because we need to rotate amongst the subjects. So not every week is a Kahoot for math. So sometimes it's Kahoot for um, English, sometimes it's for science and all that. Okay, just now I was wondering why there's an emoji on my head. It's because Zizazo, you sent a heart-shaped emoji, is it? Then it appeared on my head. I was like, what's going on? So funny. Okay, so next question is again another symmetry question. So you need to complete the symmetrical figure with line AB as the line of symmetry. This one you cannot send me your answer in the chat box, right? Okay, but it's okay. You can just visualize it in your head. Okay, then you check whether it's the same as mine. Do you guys get the same image? Yes? Everybody same image, huh? Okay, so this is how you complete the symmetrical figure. Yeah, so if you printed out the worksheet, you can draw it on your worksheet. Yeah, but you cannot send me the answer. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Next one I think is also quite simple. The table describes the properties of different figures w, x, y, and z. They are asking you which one of them is most likely to be a rectangle. Okay, so take a look at the information. Which one do you think is a rectangle? Jarek, you want to like the live, is it? You just need to tap on your screen. Okay, so Zizazo says W. Okay, W. L says W as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's check the answers. So firstly, a rectangle has 4 sides. So you are going to highlight W, X, and Y. Okay, so it's definitely not Z because Z doesn't have 4 sides. Next one, all sides are equal in length. So for a rectangle, all sides are not equal in length. So based on this, actually, you already know the answer is W. Because X and Y, all their sides are equal. Okay, so they cannot be a rectangle. Okay, so based on this, you would know that figure W is the answer. Okay, I have a bonus question. The bonus question is, which one do you think is a square? Based on the description, which one do you think is a square? Yep. Okay. So most of you say Y. User 745, there is no U. There's only W, X, Y, and Z. Where do you get U from? Okay, so for a square, you should pick the one that has all sides equal. It has a right angle and it has two pair of parallel lines. Okay, so most of you say Y is likely to be a square. Yeah, that's correct. Yes, Asher is Y. Okay, triangle, I think, triangle, not enough information, eh? I don't think they will ask you about a triangle. Okay, next one. Next one is a area and perimeter question. The figure is made up of a square ABEF and a rectangle BCDE. Area of the square is 25 cm square. What is the area of figure ACDF? Now, ACDF is not the rectangle, okay? ACDF is the total area, the whole thing. So let me give you some time to calculate this. What do you think the answer is? I'll wait for your answers, okay? WL, are you sure? Yes, Jarek, good job. WL, are you sure? Rice farmer, good job. Okay, Zizazo, yeah, you have the correct equation. But what's your final answer? Asher, are you sure? Okay, YS, Faiza, yep, correct. Ima, good. Okay, yes, WL, correct already. Asher, yeah, correct. Okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Juan, Juan, is it? You might want to try again, Okay, so let's see. Let's start off with the area of the square. If the area of the square is 25 cm square, what is one side of this square? Maximilian, correct. What is one side of this square first? Okay, YS says is 5, that's correct. Because 5 times 5 give you 25, So let me label first. Now, once I label 5, then what is the length of this entire figure? The purple color arrow. This whole figure, what is its length? Okay, so YS is 17. That's correct. You are going to take 5 plus 12. That's how you get 17 for the length. Then the breadth is already given, right? Sorry, the breadth is already what we calculated just now. So the breadth is 5. And then this is the length. Okay? So I want to find the area of this. I just need to use length times breadth. So the length is 17 and then the breadth is 5. So 17 times 5 will give you the answer. Okay, so let me see your answers. Yep, Amanda, Linda, Ray. Yeah, correct. Okay, so 85. 85 cm square. Yes, Maximilian, correct. Okay, Ellie asked what is square root. Well, okay, Annie, technically you only learn square root in P6. So square root means you have an area, right? Then you gotta, once you square root it, you are able to find out what one side of the square is. So it's the same number times the same number give you a certain number, okay, which is the area of the square. Janice, P6 math is next week. Yeah. Okay. Next question. Okay. So again, it's an area and perimeter question, but this time they are asking you for the perimeter of this figure. Janice, is that P5, is it? There, today's live is for P5. It's for P5s next year. Okay, so we're doing a P4 revision paper. Okay, so yes, Zizazo says use the pushing method. Yeah, you're correct. Good. Okay, so let's see your answers. Rice farmer very fast, huh? Good. Okay, Jerry also very fast. Oh, Asher Ray Ray is your classmate, is it? So you asked her to watch the live, is it? To benefit together? Yeah, YS, good. Maximilian, you might need to check your answer, huh? Yeah, Asher, correct. Mm-hmm. Kaden, good. Ima, you're not too sure, is it? Okay, user 745, yep, correct. Yeah, Ima actually is correct. So WL, Annie also correct. So let's take a look at the answer. So firstly, I'm going to highlight the 7, 6, and 7. Okay, so you notice that 7, 6, and 7 actually adds up to 20 cm, right? So the green color lines together, you have 20 and another 20. Okay, so the green color line is 20 plus 20. Okay, then after that, we look at the purple color line. So below the purple color line is 26. Then you have another 3 shorter purple color line, right? So this 3 purple color line actually adds up to 26 as well, once you push the lines. Okay, so how will you solve this? You have 2 of the 20 cm and you have 2 of the 26 cm. So you can use 20 plus 26 first, then you just times 2 because there's 2 sets of these numbers. So many of you got 92, which is correct. So YS, you want to use 20 plus 20 plus 26 plus 26, also can. Yep. Josephine, you want to push the line upwards also can. Yeah, sure. So some of you might want to push the lines upwards. That's also fine. So if you push the lines upwards, then it will look something like this. So actually, it just forms a rectangle, yeah, after you push the lines. Hey friend, which A grader do I teach at? A. Don't really want to say leh. It's a secret. Okay, let's move on. This one, we have a line graph. So the line graph shows the amount of rainfall over 8 months. They are asking you which months had the same amount of rainfall. Okay, so let me see your answers. This question is a bit tricky. Oh, thank you, Annie. Asher, I'm pretty sure we can finish the worksheet. Don't worry. GB. Yes, very good. Okay, so Asher, Ima, Pei Xuan. Okay. So those of you who are saying June and July, are you sure only June and July are the same? Maximilian, how do you know? How do you know? Yes, Amanda. All right, that's correct. Rice farmer, are you sure it's September? Okay. Asher, yeah. Ima, okay. Yep. Yes, WL, correct. So this question, a bit tricky, because you got 2 possible answers. So the first one, I'm going to circle January, June, and July. So you notice that these 3 months actually have the same amount of rainfall. So that is your first possible answer. Please take note when you spell out the month, right? Don't write the short form. Spell out the whole month, okay? So January, June, and July. So this is your first possible answer. What's your second possible answer? There are also another 2 months, right? That's the same. Oh, WL says highlighter is easier. Oh, okay, sure. I can use highlighter. Okay, so GB says March and August. Okay, Ima also agrees March and August. Yeah, okay, you guys are correct. So that would be your second possible answer, right? March and August. Okay, so that will be your 2 possible answers for this question. Huh? Faisal, why you write, huh? Faisal, you take a look at the graph. March and August is also the same, huh? That's why it's a possible answer. Huh? Pei Xuan, you also, huh? Why? Are you confused? Okay. Huh? Asher, why you also, huh? Oh, must you write both, ah? No need. Just pick one of the answers to write. Both are correct. Both are fine. Oh, Asher, just kidding. Okay. Okay, next one. The table below shows the number of marbles that 4 children have. Some numbers are missing in the table. So they mentioned to you that Sarah, Mandy, and Alina have the same total marbles. How many pink marbles does Mandy have? Okay, so answers in the chat box. Jarek, 24. Are you sure, Jarek? You want to try again? Take a closer look. Faisal JX. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's correct. Okay. Yes, YS. Correct, correct. Actually, I think you gotta try again, huh? User 745. Okay, correct. Harmony, correct. Okay, so since their total is the same, right? You notice that Alina has the total given. So if Alina has 28 as the total, then they got the same total, right? So Sarah and Mandy also got 28. So you know Mandy's total is 28, then how do you find Mandy's pink ones? Actually, it's just one step. You just need to use 28 minus 9. Okay, so that's how you get 19 as the answer. Okay, 19, huh? Everybody okay so far? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so this question actually not meant to be difficult. You can solve it in one step. Harry Potter, yes, I'm doing a P4 end of year paper. Okay, next one, let's take a look at this. The table below shows the number of questions solved by each pupil in a group. So part of the table is covered by an ink blot. There were 35 pupils who solved 2 or more questions. You are given 3 statements here. It's either true or false, so you got to tick. Okay, so firstly, my question is, what does solve 2 or more questions mean? What do you understand by that keyword, 2 or more questions? What does 2 or more questions mean? Okay, yes, YS, good. YS says that 2 or more questions means that you should be looking at 2 questions, 3 questions, or 4 questions. That's correct. Okay, so now I can draw this curly bracket For 2, 3, 4 questions, you know that will be 35 pupils. Okay, then let's take a look at the first statement. 7 pupils did not solve any questions. Is this true or false? Okay, yeah, YS, this is true. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Did not solve any questions means you should be looking at 0 questions. So for 0 questions, indeed, there's 7 pupils. Okay, so first one is true. Okay, now next one. The number of pupils who solve 3 questions is equal to the number of students who solve 4 questions. Is this true or false? Okay, user 745, yep, that's correct. Okay, YL, yeah, sorry, WL, correct. You gave me the number, right, for the 3 or 4 questions? Okay, so most of you got it correct. Over here, you can actually use 35 pupils minus 20 pupils. So those of them who solve 3 or 4 questions, you know that there's 15 of them, 15 pupils. So this is false because 15 cannot divide by 2 equally. The 15 pupils, you cannot divide by 2, right? You'll get 7.5, okay? So that's why it's false. So they cannot be equal. Okay, then the last one, there were 67 pupils in this group altogether. Is this true or false? Yes, exactly, WL. 7.5, but you cannot have half a person. That's why it's false. Okay, Faisal, good. Yeah. So all of you say false, So this one, you can actually calculate the total number of pupils, right? You can take 7 plus 6. Then after that, plus 35. So if you add this together, the total pupils is actually 48, not 67. So this is false. Yeah, so all of you got it correct. Excellent. Wow, Zizazo, you keep on sending me things, is it? Send me heart-shaped ice cream cone. What's all that? So funny. Huh, Asher? Can you redo last week Kahoot? Last week don't have Kahoot, I haven't hosted a Kahoot yet. It's next week. Last week Kahoot was for another subject, wasn't it? Okay, so we are at section C. This is our last question already. Okay, then we will end the live. Okay, so shall we take a look at our problem sum? A bottle had some amount of milk at first. David drank 1/4 liters of the milk in the morning and 1/5 liter of milk in the afternoon. So how many liters of milk did he drink in total? Take some time to do the calculations. Wow, Jerry, very fast, You calculate. Is correct? Okay, Asher, today is your first time joining A grader live stream. Yeah, we have the live stream every week. You are free, feel free to join us every week if you are free. YS, yeah, correct, good. Ima, correct. Zuhairo, yeah, correct. Jenna, were you in my online class? YS and Dren, yes, correct. WL, Amanda, good job. Annie, our next TikTok, next Friday, every Friday. Yeah. Yeah, Jenna, I remember you. My online class. Okay, so let's go through this. In total means you gotta add it together, right? So let's use 1/4 plus 1/5. So same as just now, before you add, you got to make the denominator the same. Okay, so what do you want to change the denominator into for this? Yeah, what denominator should it be? Oh, Jenna, you're Sec 1 already. So fast, huh? Last time you were P4 or P5. Yeah. Okay, so YSWL says 20. Yeah, correct. Good. So I want the denominator to be 20. This means that I got to times 5 and times 4. Okay, then you will have 5 over 20 plus 4 over 20. So 9 over 20 is the answer. Remember to put the liters. Okay? Half a mark if you forget, minus half a mark if you forget to write the units, huh? The liters. Okay, our very last question. David had 1 liter of milk at first. So what was the amount that he had left after that in the end? Zizazo, how come you give me in milliliters? Can just give it as a liter. Yeah. Jarek, oh, you gave your answer as a decimal, is it? Okay. Usually I would suggest you give your answer as fraction, because this question is actually testing you on fraction, right? So try to give your final answer as a fraction as well. Ima, same for you. Try not to give your answer as a decimal. Follow the question, okay? So the question give you fraction, your answer give it as a fraction also. Okay, so yes, good. I seeing all the correct answers. All you need to do is to use the 1 liter at first, minus what he drank. So this one, 1 liter, I will change to 20 over 20, okay? Then you can minus. So this will give you 11 over 20 liters as your final answer. Yeah, which all of you got correct. Excellent. Okay, so now it's 8 o'clock exactly on the dot. So, wow, really just nice, huh? We end exactly at 8 o'clock. Okay, so those of you who have not had your dinner, yeah, please go for your dinner, and then I will see you all next week. Okay? Yeah, bye-bye. See you all next week. Oh, but take note, for next week, it will be a earlier timing. I think it's a 5 to 6 o'clock. Okay? So see you all next week at an earlier timing, 5 to 6 o'clock. Okay? Thank you all for all the likes. 17,000 likes. Thank you so much. Okay? Those of you who sent likes. Okay, bye. I'm gonna have my dinner. I'll see you all next week. Okay? 5 to 6 o'clock. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend. Okay?